Hi guys, we'll just start shortly. I'll just wait for a few more people to join, and then we'll start in 2 to 3 minutes. All right, guys, we'll start the session then. Please do come into the live chat. I want to keep this session an interactive one. You can ask doubts and just interact with each other as well. Right, so we'll start with the session. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the seventh session of summer school. This is Market Everything, and we are Team ESIL, and we'll be taking this session. I'm really excited to have all of you here as we explore two of the most fascinating and intriguing aspects of any company or even any object really. These are branding and marketing. So before we get started, I'm Adish, manager at ESIL, and with me today are my co-managers Anubhuti and Sumit. I'll be taking the first half of the session about branding, and I'll try to cover it in about 30 minutes. We'll dive into what branding really is, why it matters, and why the world's best brands have become what they are. So, before we begin, let me ask you this. What is branding? Think of the last product you bought. Maybe a phone, a snack, something to eat, maybe a pair of shoes, anything. Ask yourself, why did you pick that particular one, that particular company, that particular product? Is it just about the product, or is it also about how it makes you feel, how it looks, what it stands for, how it makes other people perceive you, your value, your worth? The answer to this is what powers branding. Feel free to make notes during the session. There will be uh, there will be an interactive Menti section later as well, too actually, where you can participate and share your opinions. Also, feel free to use the live chat and comment box to convey your doubts and thoughts. Let's keep the session interactive. And any doubts during the session, please feel free to put them in the live chat. I'll monitor the live chat and try to answer them. Let's start with the very simple and fundamental question. What is branding? As you can see, you'll probably recognize his face. It's Jeff Bezos, of course, the founder of Amazon. And he has a very famous quote on branding. Your brand is what people say about you when you're not in the room. So, branding is not just a logo, a color, a slogan. It is essentially the image people remember about you when you're not actively presenting them as such. It's the perceptions, the emotions, the experiences that people associate with your product, company, or even you personally. Anything and everything has a brand, be it eCell, PDC, Seafire, Summer School, you, me, any n number of products that you can think of, any company, anything which is worth remembering has a brand. But why is brand important? In today's world, consumers have a lot of choices. Branding is what helps you stand out in the crowded marketplace. It is what will help. It is what will help people remember you, differentiate you from your competitors and alternatives. It builds trust, emotional connection, and loyalty. Your customers will be willing to spend that extra buck, walk that extra mile, take that extra step if they feel your brand is worth it. So, this is why branding is important. It is what will help people remember you, differentiate you, and you and your products as well as your company. So I'll move on to the pillars of branding now. In general, there are several more pillars, but the most widely recognized five are these: purpose, identity, voice, story, and promise. I'll dive into all of these and give a general overview, which will helpfully, which will hopefully help you in understanding the essence of a strong brand. Why good brands survive while bad brands lose out and are not remembered. Let's start with brand purpose firstly. It asks the ultimate question: why does your product or company exist? What what purpose does it serve to your consumers? For example, let's take Lego. Lego's purpose is to inspire and develop the builders of tomorrow. It stands for inspiration. That is Lego's purpose. Sure, it's just a toy company which sells plastic bricks. That is the quote unquote reality. But the brand around the toy brick is what gives it a life of its own. Nextly is brand identity. This is the visual part. Your logos, colors, typography, design, marketing, color palette, and so on. A very popular example in the branding sphere of this is Apple. Apple's sleek, minimalist design, its iconic bitten Apple logo, these are what create the identity, the base identity of Apple. This is what Apple sells to you. It's a minimalistic phone with all the features you can need right there for you in a modern, accessible format. Its simplicity is what makes it reliable and trustworthy. Sure, the phones are good, they are excellent, but the brand is what creates the narrative around it. It is what creates the craze around it. Next, we move on to brand voice. This is how you sound. Is it formal? Is it quirky? Is it joyful? Is it motivational? It's your language and personality. It is a tone in which you convey your brand. For example, Coca-Cola's typography, the iconic Coca-Cola symbol, the logo, it's all squiggly. They could have had it straight or in Times Roman or at least sans serif. But they chose that squiggly logo to convey their voice, to convey their tone. Their tone is happiness, joy. It's about sharing moments with your friends and family while enjoying a cold drink. Its purpose is to serve as the bridge or the catalyst which catalyzes things, helps things move along in a family gathering, for say. The voice is a very important concept in the branding space. It's what differentiates different brands. A law firm with a quirky, funny brand won't work because law firms need trust. They require their customers who are seeking legal expertise to trust on them, to take their advice. If say you go to a law firm's website and it's all humorous, all jokes and laughter here and there, you won't trust the firm as much as a firm which has bold capital letters stating its purpose in a very formal, very professional language. This is what the voice is. Next, we move on to brand story. It is the origin, the journey of the founders. It is about where you came from, your origin, your base, your values, how your journey has shaped those values. For example, two young guys in San Francisco couldn't afford their rent. So, during a large conference gathering, they put a air mattress in their living room and offered the travelers and the attendees of the conference a place to stay. This small act of hospitality is what grew into a global movement to help people belong anywhere and everywhere, to connect travelers and hosts, to ease hospitality. This was a story of the origin of Airbnb. This story is both emotional and inspiring. It's relatable and also shows the brand's mission to create belonging. These values, as you can understand from the story, are rooted in their origin, which helps them build trust. Another example that I can give of a story is about Walt Disney. All of you have probably heard and seen Disney movies, but do you know the origin? Walt Disney was nearly broke with only an idea and a drawing of a mouse, Mickey. From there, he started the very famous series of Mickey Mouse, which has grown into a multi-million-dollar company now. Over decades, Disney has grown into a brand that creates magical, immersive experiences for children and adults alike. It reminds everyone of the joy and wonder of storytelling and their childhood. This is the brand story of Disney. It's emotional and nostalgic. It gives the adults a chance to live back their childhood and re-experience the joys and the joys and wonders of letting their imagination go wild through the movies and storytelling. It is rooted in creativity and imagination, which is why Disney has grown into a brand that it is now. Brand promise. This is the last major pillar of a strong brand. It is what your company promises the customers and what the customers can reliably and repeatedly expect from the company or the product or even you. This is your promise to them. An example of this is BMW or any luxury car brand for that. Any luxury car brand for that reason. BMW's main motive is to develop the ultimate driving machine. It has committed itself to delivering the best possible driving experience to its customers, the maximum performance, the most excellent engineering. This is what BMW commits to its customers. This is its brand promise. As you can see, all these pillars are like all these pillars overlap somewhat, and that is by design. Your brand, your brand cannot exist in isolation. It cannot just move ahead on it based on its origin story or on its identity. It needs to combine all these five pillars correctly and successfully to create a strong, memorable brand. All these pillars together create a clear impression in the minds of your consumers. And this is what makes a successful brand. Any brand which goes wrong in more than one of these steps will probably not be remembered. It will probably be forgotten as soon as, say, its advertisement is over. People won't perceive it with the same value as that of a strong, reliable brand solely based on its branding. Even if both the products are the same, one with a stronger brand will sell out more because people perceive it as trustworthy, or they are loyal to the company or to the company's cause. Any n number of things. All of these combine to create a strong brand. All right, we've reached to the Minty section now. I would like you guys to scan this QR. Yeah, I would like you guys to scan the QR and answer the question. I'll look at the responses and I'll try to work through what you guys think about branding. Yes, Jen. Boat is a very excellent example of a strong brand, both because of its founder and his origin story, as well as uh, its cause. It's it's competing with global giants in the Indian market space. solely because of its like not in a major way because of its brand value, because of its brand image. Yeah, Duolingo is another example. Also, I would like you guys to scan the QR if possible and answer that. Yeah. Duolingo is another great example of a brand. The memes that have grown around it, plus its legacy. It's been there for a long time. Uh, I'm not sure of the exact founding date of Duolingo, but yeah, it's both reliable, plus it's easy to approach. Duolingo's main point is anyone can learn any language solely on Duolingo. That is that is its promise actually. That is its brand promise. Yeah. Plus, yeah, it was founded in 2011, which means it's now 14 years old, which is a long legacy. It started in the relatively early days of the internet and has grown into a behemoth now. It is an example. It is an excellent example of a brand. And yes, nothing as well. Yeah, nothing is another excellent example of a company which is surfing on its brand right now. Its unique design actually is another part of its excellent, I would say of its excellent branding. The transparent backside, along with the backlights and the inner machinery which is displayed, all of these combined together to create its brand image, to create its brand image, and uh, just a sec, I'll share the URL of the link. Yeah, I'll stay on the screen for a while till my team can give you the URL. So yeah, nothing. So yeah, it's So yeah, sorry for the disruption. So yeah, I was talking about nothing. So yeah, as I said, it's quirky design. It's vision to create technology fun and human again, to take it out of the black box of what, like, out of the black box that all the other major companies have been doing, to literally include transparency and metaphorically as honesty and simplicity. These have created nothing into a very strong brand. Yeah, I'm getting some excellent responses right now. iPhone, yeah, Apple, then Pixar. Yes, another excellent example of this is Pixar. One main thing that I can think of right now is the intro uh, of the Pixar. If you guys know the lamp jumping around and then replacing the eye, that that quirkiness, that childlike imagination, that is part of the brand of Pixar. It is, I would say, it inspires imagination and creativity. As well as another very unique example of this is, if you check, if you guys can check the old version of the Pixar logo versus the new one, we find the light is yes yellow and more white now, and that is because a few years ago in one of the movies they showed the scene where they replaced the Pixar lamps bulb from a CFL to an LED. You see, these unique bits stay with the audience, they stay with your consumers because of the uniqueness. Uniqueness is and uniqueness is one of the strongest branding methods. It helps customers differentiate your brand from others, your product from others. It helps them remember even random bits of information like this. They create, they take up space of their own in your consumers' minds and increase your brand's value. All right, most of these are Apple. Yes, Amul. Yes, Amul is another excellent example, and I think I have included it later as well. But yeah, Amul, at least I'm not sure how many people know about Amul here, but if you check its packaging, it's the excellent packaging plus its backstory, how it helps empower farmers as well as female workers, plus its advertising campaign, the famous advertising campaign of Amul, Amul Doodh Piyega India. These four words are like a, they are like a fish hook in the consumer's minds because of the jingle, because of the marketing, because of the branding. These are what create the brand. It breaks that illusion that Amul is some giant mega corporation and instills into the minds of the consumers that Amul is a friendly, approachable, everyday brand. Plus, a strong product. Amul's milk and Amul's dairy products are some of the most excellent dairy products available in certain parts of India. A strong uh, Yeah. A strong product complements your brand. Your brand cannot carry your company or your legacy on its own. Neither can your product. Even if your product is really, really excellent, even if your product is really, really excellent, without branding and marketing, no one will come about to know about your brand, about your company, and it's doomed to fail. There are some examples of companies with zero marketing, which are still behemoths, but yeah, those are more outliers, I would say. Yeah, Arun in Tamil Nadu. All right. Uh, I think that is an alternative to Amul. Yes, Airtel also has a very strong brand. Or, yeah, actually. Plus, uh, I would say Geo as well, with its disruption, with its very low data packs back in the day. Those disruptions are also part of the brand. Of course, of course, Airtel survived, but then Geo's disruption also created a very strong brand image, in my opinion. Yes, Nike as well. I have a case study of Nike right up ahead, and I'll break down its different campaigns. Yeah, Vodafone as well. I'm not sure how many of you guys remember Vodafone's those white blob persons from its marketing campaign. But yeah, that is more, that is again more marketing, which will come up ahead. But yeah, that also, again, like a lot of companies try to create an approachable link between themselves and the consumers using wit, humor, and quirky characters. Even Disney, with its very quirky childlike characters. Vodafone, with those five blobs in its marketing. These create a very approachable connection, and your consumers perceive that this brand is both approachable as well as reliable. All right, I think it's time for the attendance. Yeah, I'll give you guys a few minutes to fill up the attendance form. Till then, I'll discuss some more of the responses that I've got. These are some very excellent responses, honestly. Yeah, Kapil Sharma show. I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with the show, but it's basically a comedy show. It's basically a like a, I can't really explain because it's so unique. But yeah, basically, Kapil Sharma is a person who invites different actors and personalities to his studio, and then they perform skits and different just forms. Yeah, the form is open now. I'll keep it open for about 5 minutes. Yeah. So yeah, Kapil Sharma Show. It's comedic skits, the different comedic characters, the different actors, plus the personalities that appear on the show. Uh, all of these create the comedic brand. They help people laugh, like the brand itself. Even if you see small clips of Kapil Sharma show, you'll probably have a good laugh because of its brand. Even if you're not actively watching it, in your mind, once you've watched Kapil Sharma show, your mind will perceive it as comedy and you laugh automatically. Then I have some more responses. Yeah. Bisleri. Again, uh, like this is more of a publicity thing. But yeah, if you guys have noticed, a lot of companies try to copy Bisleri. By altering by altering the spelling and stuff. But yeah, Bisleri as a brand again stands for trust. You can buy a Bisleri bottle anywhere, and you can you can buy a Bisleri bottle anywhere and be sure that you can trust it. So yeah, also yeah, Maggie, another excellent example actually. I would say it's the controversy that was there that did reduce Maggie's brand value. It reduced Maggie's worth, but still Maggie has made a comeback, and this time with uh, like this time it has made it a point to include all the FSSAI and other regulatory stamps from the government, and this is what uh, helps people like yeah, this is one of the forms in which you can build trust in your consumers. You can build trust in the consumer's mind by like what Maggie and a lot of food brands do actually by using the government's stamps. They create this form of trust into the consumers' minds. All right, I think I've yapped enough. We'll move on. Guys, just fill the attendance form and we'll move ahead. I'll close the form in 2 minutes. All right, the form is closed now. Remember that we'll open it again in a few minutes, and you have to fill at that time as well. All right. I'll move to a few case studies that I had. I'll wrap them up quickly only, actually. I've yapped enough about a lot of brands. So, yeah. Another one of the examples that I feel is very powerful, if not old, is Fevicol. In our households, Fevicol is basically synonymous with glue and adhesives. And that is solely because of its branding and marketing. Fevicol used to be a mere glue adhesive company. From that, from that stage, it launched its different marketing campaigns. It changed its brand value to something which is very different from just a base adhesive company. So I'll go with some of the different pillars that they managed to excel really, like they managed to really excel in. First is its brand story. Again, I don't know how many of you guys have watched the Fevicol ads, but yeah, Fevicol had launched a very, very excellent marketing campaign a few years back. Uh, these advertisements included crowded trucks, uh, overflowing weddings, broken furniture, different parts of a larger thing coming apart. But anything that was fixed by Fevicol was so reliable, it would never come apart. This was their marketing. This was their main point in marketing. Anything glued by Fevicol won't come apart. And the stories they told in the advertisements, the trucks, the broken furniture, these have created humorous slices in the minds of the consumers, in the minds of people who watch the advertisement. And these are what emotionally connect the brand to the consumers. It's brand voice. Again, the Fevicol's brand voice is witty and clever and also Indian centric. It's relatable to both the rural and the urban markets, to both populations, which has led to a very excellent, uh, which has basically led to its excellence really. Its purpose, yes. Fevicol has defined its purpose as a symbol of strength and reliability. It basically shows that it is a symbol of strength and durability and permanence. It is basically the branding which has led to the synonymsism between glue and Fevicol. In parts of India, even if some local glue is sold, it's sold under the name of Fevicol. Like the consumers will actively seek out Fevicol if it's available, solely because of its branding and the trust that people have in the brand, in the company. And again, it's marketing, I would say jingle or like a quirky quote that you can that people remember. Fevicol का जोड़ है टूटेगा नहीं. This again has led to its excellent branding. Basically, this conveys the trust that people can place into the brand Fevicol. Even its symbol, two elephants pulling apart on a ball glued by Fevicol. It again shows the strength of the Fevicol glue. All of these combine to form the Fevicol brand. None of these pillars in isolation can create a strong brand. Only when they are combined consistently and effectively can a strong brand be formed. Again, as a lot of you guys have pointed out in both Menti as well as the comments, Nike. It's one of the best examples of branding and marketing campaigns. So I'll go through it quickly. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of the different branding campaigns and success stories of Nike. So yeah, the brand purpose. The purpose of Nike is to inspire every athlete and innovator to excel, to give their best. Its voice is inspiring, but not preachy. It is personal, but not sentimental. It gives you that personal feel and touch that you don't need an audience to excel. You just need to show up and put in the work. It's Just Do It campaign, which was launched in 1988, has positioned Nike as a symbol of human will and not just a sportswear brand. And yeah, if you guys uh, like, this is a personal assignment basically, but yeah, you guys should go and read up the origin story of Nike and how it disrupted the markets in the already well settled markets in Europe, and how over the years it has become a champion of human potential, how it partners with different uh, athletes and create and renovates or rebrands its branding image. All right, we are nearing the end now. These are just some strategies which a lot of brands use. There are a lot more strategies, and the more unique the strategy, in my opinion, the better the brand is and the more memorable the brand is. But yeah, these are the most common strategies. First is personalization. Basically, tailoring your offering to make each customer feel special, making your products personal to the consumer. This is personalization. Second is storytelling, weaving compelling stories around your brand, about your mission, about your customer's success. Again, leads to a very great brand. Positioning. You can't always capture the whole market. So, making your brand stand out in a particular niche, in a particular place in the market, will serve you better. And yes, uh, basically, whether it's super luxury brands or brands that appeal to the middle class or the local population, all of these are examples of positioning. The luxury brands won't approach the common population and vice versa because of their positioning. If they position themselves as a local brand, then their brand value becomes that local, like it becomes global. While if a local brand starts positioning itself as luxury, then uh, like inversely, it will have to increase its prices to push out people who are early able to buy the products. So positioning is a very important concept in branding and marketing. Differentiation. This is this is the uniqueness that helps people stand out, that helps companies stand out, like Amul's witty ads or Zomato's memes. I'm sure you guys have seen billboards around with Zomato and Blinkit memes. These are all part of differentiation. These help people remember the brands. These help people remember the brands even when they're not actively thinking about them. Partnerships. Again, like Nike collaborates with athletes and sponsors their tournaments in form of partnerships. These are what help people. These are what help the companies reach niche audiences. And lastly, but not the least, rebranding. Your brand must always stay fresh with the changing times. Uh, I'm I'm sure you guys are aware of the very famous quote. The only constant in the world is change. Times change, people change, perspectives change, and your brand must adjust to these changes in time to stay fresh and relevant. Your goals and your audiences must always be aligned with the modern times, or else your brand or your company will soon be dead. All right. With this, I come to a stop. This this is basically a personal exercise for you guys. Uh, Identify 5 or as many brands as you can around you in your room, in your house, in stores around you, in your daily life, and try to categorize them and try to break down the branding into different pillars that I talked about, as well as the different strategies. What pillars do they excel in? What is their backstory? What are their goals? What is their tone? What is the tone of voice? What is their promise and purpose? As well as what different strategies are they adopting to market and brand themselves? This is not an assignment, and you guys don't have to submit it. So yeah, and it's not conducive to it's your evaluation. So this purely a self exercise, and I would highly recommend you guys to participate in this. All right, that brings me to the end of my part. Thank you all for participating in the comment box as well as the Menti. If you have any questions or thoughts, feel free to put them in the comment box or on the WhatsApp group, or you can message me directly as well. Now I will be handing over the stage to my co-manager Anubhuti. The session is not over. The marketing part is still left. She'll go over the marketing side of the session. All right, over to you, Anubhuti.
Thank you, Adish, for the valuable insights on branding. So, now that we have understood what branding is, how a brand feels, looks, and connects, let's shift gears and talk about marketing, which is all about how that brand reaches the world. So, according to the American Marketing Association, marketing is the activity, set of institutions, and processes for creating, communicating, delivering, and exchanging offerings that have value for customers, clients, partners, and society at large. Marketing is how a business communicates its value to customers and encourages them to take action. So, whether it's buying a product, signing up, or remembering the brand, marketing Yeah, sorry for the interruption. But marketing is how a business communicates its value to customers and encourages them to take action. So, whether it's buying a product, signing up, or remembering the brand, marketing is the bridge between your brand and your audience. It's not just about selling. Marketing starts before a product is even made and continues long after it's sold. What do you think is the key difference between branding and marketing? If anyone can tell me the difference between branding and marketing in the chat. Yeah. So the key difference between branding and marketing is that while branding builds who you are, marketing spreads what you do. If branding is about building the identity, then marketing is how you put that identity into action, how you tell your story, attract your audience, and drive results. So, market while you explain how a brand feels, looks, and connects through branding, marketing is all about how that brand reaches the world. So, like I said, according to the American Marketing Association, marketing is the activity. It is the set of institutions and processes for creating, communicating, delivering, and exchanging offerings that have value for customers, clients, partnership, and society at large. Marketing is considering the consumer, product, and promotion all at one picture, and then considering all the needs and helping your brand thrive and reach to other people. So, what is the purpose of marketing, you think? The purpose of marketing is that it involves all the activities a business does to understand what people want, to create products and services that meet those needs, promote and deliver those offerings in a way that connects with customers. It persuades a consumer to purchase your product or service over that of a competitor. Thus, it enables you to capture the attention of your target audience. Marketing helps you to persuade a consumer to purchase your product or service over that of a competitor. It also provides a customer with an opportunity to make an easy decision. So, greater marketing, the greater it is for the customer to choose your product over any other competitor and make an easy decision of buying it. Now, for any marketing strategy to be called an excellent marketing strategy, there are certain key factors or P's, like we say, which define a strong marketing strategy. Each P must be aligned and optimized to meet customer expectations and business goals. The right combination can help you build a strong brand, improve customer satisfaction, and drive sales. Originally, there were four P's, like mentioned in the slide: product, price, place, and promotion. So, product is what you are selling, whether it is a good, service, or an idea. It includes your features, your design, quality, brand, and how it meets customer needs. Price is how much you charge for your product or service. It involves pricing strategies like penetration, competition, discounts, and perceived value. Place. Place is where and how the product is distributed and sold. So it covers all your distribution channels, logistics, and location. Whether you want to sell it online, retail, or you want to sell it wholesale, everything comes under place. Promotion. How you communicate with your target audience to drive awareness and sales is all about promotion. So, all your advertising, your PR, social media, influencer marketing, sales promotions, etc., everything all comes into promotion. Apart from these P's, to increase the efficiency, three more P's were added. Yeah. So the extended three P's are people, process, and physical evidence. So, people, everyone involved in delivering the product or service and interacting with customers. So, what does people include? People includes your employees, your customer service, and even brand ambassadors. Process, the procedures and flow of activities that deliver the product or service. So it focuses on efficiency, your customer experience, and service consistency. What is physical evidence then? Physical evidence is the tangible or visible cues that help customers evaluate your offering before purchase. For example, your store ambience, website design, brochures, packaging, testimonials all come under physical evidence. So, all of these P's, be it the original four, that is product, price, place, promotion, or these extended three P's, people, process, physical evidence, when all of these are optimized to meet your customer expectations, that is when you know that you have a very strong marketing strategy. Right. Marketing funnel. What is a marketing funnel? The marketing funnel shows the different stages a customer goes through from awareness to action. Now, why is it shaped like a funnel? It's shaped like a funnel because lots of people may hear about you or your brand, your company, but only a few end up becoming loyal customers from those people who are aware about your brand. The major stages of marketing funnel are awareness, consideration, conversion, loyalty, and advocacy. I will explain these with terms of certain dialogues that might come to your mind when you go through a certain brand. So, when you think about, oh, I just found out about this brand, that is awareness. When the first time the customer sees your ad, hears about you, or goes through your post, that is when the goal is to grab attention, it is awareness. The customer learns that your brand or product exists, often through ads, social media, or word of mouth. What is the next step about after awareness? It is consideration. When you think in mind that should I go for this product or should I not go for this product? That is when your consumer compares your brand with competitors, checks reviews, goes through the frequently asked questions, that is consideration. Your branding, trust signals, and communication play a very important role in consideration. Conversion. When the customer finally decides that, oh, I'm buying this product, that is conversion. Your customer makes a decision and takes action. Whether they buy, whether they sign up or download, everything comes under conversion. Your pricing and ease of checkout play a big role in conversion. What is loyalty? So, when you think in mind that would I come back or recommend this to other people around me, that is loyalty. You have made a sale. Now the goal is to repeat purchases or referrals. You keep the customer engaged and satisfied through support, updates, and loyalty rewards or different loyalty programs. That is what loyalty is about. Your emails, customer support, packaging, and follow ups matter here. Advocacy. When your loyal customers become your brand ambassadors, that is advocacy. Happy customers promote your brand through reviews, referrals, or social sharing. When they recommend you, tag you on social media, and drive organic growth. When the customer says, oh, I love this brand, you should try it too. That is what advocacy is all about. So that's the marketing funnel: awareness, consideration, conversion, loyalty, and advocacy. Now, there are different techniques used to achieve a successful marketing attempt, some of which are stated in this slide: word of mouth marketing, content, affiliate, inbound, account based, guerrilla, and field marketing. We'll go through all of these major marketing techniques one by one. Yeah. So, word of mouth marketing. Word of mouth marketing is a very powerful strategy where satisfied customers share their positive experiences about a brand, a product, or service with others, effectively promoting it through personal recommendations. By creating exceptional customer experiences and encouraging users to share their stories, brands can harness the power of word of mouth marketing to drive growth and success in today's competitive market. Let's understand this with the help of an example. So, let's say you try a new juice brand on campus and love how fresh it tastes. The next day, you tell your friends, you have to try this mango juice from the new stall near the gate. It's amazing. Your friends tried too, they like it, and then they tell their friends. The brand didn't pay for this. It's spreading just by people talking. That's word of mouth. So it is the process of encouraging organic word of mouth discussion about a product, your brand, organization, or event. When a customer is happy, they go about promoting your brand or your product yourself. And that is how word of mouth marketing is very important and it plays a major role. Next up is content marketing. So, content marketing is when a brand shares useful, interesting, or entertaining content like blogs, videos, reels, guides, or memes. It is basically done to attract and engage people without directly asking them to buy anything but through their content instead. The goal, what is the goal? It is to build trust, stay on their mind, and make them more likely to buy from you later. Okay, so an example for this will be, imagine a brand that sells notebook. Instead of just saying buy our notebooks or we are selling notebooks, why don't you buy it? They post content. Maybe the content includes things like 5 productivity tips for students during exams, or how journaling every day can reduce stress. They put up a funny reel showing types of people in a classroom using their notebook. When any user comes across these reels, these blogs, or these posts, the next time you're buying a notebook, whenever you go to a store, you are immediately recalled with the reel that you saw or the blog that you read. And that is how content marketing works. It is a type of marketing that includes creating, producing, and sharing content meant to engage and attract a targeted online audience, not directly by saying that buy our notebook, but indirectly through their various content that they put up. Affiliate marketing. So, another important technique is affiliate marketing. One of the major example is influencer marketing in this, which is very common nowadays. So, affiliate marketing refers to the practice of digital creators or influencers partnering with and promoting brands on their personal networks, such as a blog or a social media platform. It's when a person called an affiliate promotes a company's product and gets a commission, money, every time someone buys through their link or code. The commission may or may not be available, but the affiliate promoting a company's product is what affiliate marketing is all about. So the brand doesn't pay upfront, it only pays when the affiliate brings a sale, some ways. A simple example for this will be, whenever you see certain YouTube videos, you come across YouTuber reviews, maybe some YouTubers reviewing a skincare product, and at the end they say, if you want to try it, here's my link below. You'll get 10% off and I'll earn a small commission too. That's an example of affiliate marketing. Or when you hear use this code to avail this much discount. So every time someone clicks that link or uses the code and buys the product, the YouTuber earns money too. That's affiliate marketing. As influencers are very popular and people trust those people a lot, affiliate marketing is very helpful, especially nowadays. Next, we move to inbound marketing. Inbound marketing is a strategic approach centered around attracting and engaging customers through valuable content and experiences. effectively pulling them to business rather than pushing advertising messages onto them. So basically, when your brand is so good, yeah, when your brand is so good that uh, or your product that you offer is so good that you don't need any advertising messages, that is when inbound marketing plays a great role. Inbound marketing is a business methodology that attracts customers by creating valuable content and experiences tailored to them. So, a simple example for inbound marketing will be when you have, let's say, a career coaching platform which creates a free blog titled Top 5 Mistakes Students Make During College Placements. You went through that blog, maybe you search for placement tips on Google, find their blog, read it, and feel like, oh, these guys know what they're talking about. So you really find their content engaging. You find that, oh, these people are actually trustworthy. What they are providing is actually nice. That is inbound marketing. So think of it like being so helpful, interesting, or entertaining that people come to you on their own. You don't need the other kinds of advertisements or reels that you put up. That is inbound marketing. Next is account based marketing. So, account based marketing is a marketing strategy that uses personalized campaigns designed to engage each account, basing the marketing message on the specific attributes and needs of the account. Account based marketing is a strategy where a business targets specific high value clients or accounts and tailors whatever contents, ads, and offers just for them. Instead of reaching a whole huge crowd, like instead of other marketing strategies being addressed to everyone, account based marketing is different from all the other strategies because it focuses on very important companies or a few very important clients and give them VIP level attention. For example, there are various platforms like maybe um, let's suppose Microsoft or others. Like you have let's say you build up like a brand which is providing access to something only to college students or only to a particular college. That is when you are focusing only on a few important clients and not everyone. Like in other marketing strategies, you put up content for everyone to see so that as many people as you want them to interact with your brand, you want them to engage with your content. However, account based marketing is different. You cater to only a few people and you alter all of your content so that it actually helps them or those few people that you're looking out for. That is account based marketing. Another very important and nowadays very common kind of marketing strategy is guerrilla marketing strategy. What do you think guerrilla marketing strategy is? It is the most unconventional, creative, and often very low budget marketing strategy. Its main purpose is meant to surprise or entertain you. So, guerrilla marketing disrupts consumer in their daily routines. You will be doing your daily routine and suddenly you come up with something so unique, which is a marketing strategy, but you would have never expected it. So, it sort of disrupts your daily routine. It's very unconventional, and that's why it draws your attention and you're more likely to notice it and to look up to it later on. For example, Netflix set up some Stranger Things pop up cafes, or let's say you have a gym and your gym wants to promote fitness. Instead of normal ads or contents that we saw in the other marketing strategies, guerrilla marketing will help you in doing what? It will help you to place, let's say, weighing machines on bus stop benches. So whenever someone sits there, the scale will show a message, let's say time to hit the gym. So when you sit on that bench, you'll be shocked and you'll be taken aback to see like that, to see something like that, because it's very new. You don't find it in your day-to-day life. At the same time, it's something that you don't have to spend extra time on. You just notice it at the same time, right? So that is how guerrilla marketing works. It's creative, it's unexpected, and it gets people talking. That's guerrilla marketing. The key characteristics of guerrilla marketing are, like I mentioned, it being unconventional, creative, and low cost. So guerrilla marketing strategies have to be surprising or unexpected. Like it catches people off guard in everyday settings. So whether you're walking on streets, you're walking on malls, or you're availing public transport, like in the example I mentioned, you're just sitting on a bus stand, which is your day to day routine. You use that bus every day. But still, on that stand, you came to engage with the brand's content, or you came up to know about some fitness company or a gym. That is why it was surprising and it was unexpected. It is low cost and high creativity. That is, it focuses more on clever ideas than big budgets. So rather than keeping big billboards or hiring a lot of influencers or brand ambassadors, they will just put up maybe some small unique ideas in your day-to-day life or in places that you visit day to day, which will be low cost but high creativity, and it will surprise you. It has a viral potential. That is, they don't make reels, you make the reels or you make the content. It is designed to be photographed, to be talked about, and shared on social media. It is very interactive. That is, often people involve, often people engage directly with this kind of marketing. So, in the example I mentioned again, you are sitting on the bus stand and then you realize that message pop up. So, you yourself are interacting directly to that strategy. That is all about guerrilla marketing. Let's understand more about it through a few examples. As you can see, McDonald's zebra crossing. So, normal day to day routine where you're walking on a zebra crossing. But in some cities, McDonald's painted these pedestrian crossings to look like giant fries coming out of a box. It is very playful, very public, and it's instantly recognizable. And it has a viral potential. You're likely to click pictures, share to your friends that, oh, I found this. That is guerrilla marketing. IKEA subway makeover. So, IKEA furnished subway stations with their sofas and home accessories. You are going to a metro station and you just find a well furnished sofa right there. You sit on there, you wait for your metro to come. So, you are interacting to it in your daily routines. And yet, it was very unexpected for you. Therefore, they turned ordinary commutes into memorable brand experiences. Red Bull's public stunts. From students in Red Bull wings handing out drinks to jaw-dropping skydiving events, all conducted by Red Bull. Red Bull, with its guerrilla marketing examples, has always been unexpected, bold, and buzzworthy. So whenever we see in school, college events, Red Bull comes up. They do these events with bikes and other ways also. They have these jaw-dropping skydiving events. Again, viral potential. And with the help of this guerrilla marketing example, they have been able to make their own brand image as something very bold and buzzworthy, which has helped Red Bull a lot. KitKat. So KitKat placed an interactive billboard, as you can see in the image. They turned a public space into an interactive billboard with a built-in hammer. So it's like sort of a swing where you can sit, where you can click pictures with a KitKat billboard there. So in your day-to-day lives, when you visit a park or when you're just going from one place to another, you come up with this and you are shocked and unexpected. At the same time, you stop there to click pictures. That's guerrilla marketing. It is one of the most common and exciting marketing techniques nowadays because it's low budget, and yes, it's one of the most effective marketing strategies. Next is the field marketing. So, field marketing is a branch of marketing in which companies put their products in front of potential customers out in the field in public locations, retail locations, events, college campus, etc. Whenever I talk about marketing or whenever you think you have a brand or a product, what is the first strategy that comes to your mind? That you go on field and you explain to people that, oh, this is my product and I want you to look at it. That's field marketing. So it is when brand representatives, they go out into the real world, that is offline, and directly interact with potential customers to promote their product or service. This can include demos, stalls, sampling, events, or one on one conversations. Let's take a simple example to understand field marketing. You are walking through a mall and someone hands you a free sample of a new juice and explains, "This is made with 100% natural fruits, no added sugar. Want to try?" You try that juice, you maybe like it, and even buy a full bottle on the spot. That's field marketing. It is very direct and personal. So these were all the marketing strategies that I covered. If you have doubt in any of these marketing strategies, please feel free to comment and I'll cover that again for you. Yeah, banks sending high end credit cards for clients with good CIBIL score. That is a very important example of account based marketing. That is, you're focusing on like only a few people whom you think are VIP clients to you. And then you cater to those needs. You bring all of your contents, or maybe you create a separate segment, like here, high end credit cards, like you mentioned, for only those people. Yeah, guerrilla marketing strategy, digestive tablet, uncle and bus. I haven't heard of it really, but it's also a very good marketing strategy. Like you're just traveling in a bus from one place to another, and you come up with someone who's selling something with a unique or a funny costume. You will definitely go later and check onto the brand or what they're selling, and so they end up being successful. Right. If you have no doubts, I'll move forward to market segmentation. So, market segmentation is the process of dividing a broad target market into smaller groups. It is basically, these groups are based on different shared characteristics. So, four major market segmentation that we have are demographics, geographic, psychographic, and behavioral. Let's go into these each one by one. What is demographic? It is when you divide people on the basis of age or gender or income. Let's say your brand offers some student discounts, or you have some women's wellness apps. All of these, whether students or your women's wellness apps that's based on gender or based on age, these shared segmentations come under demographic. Geographic. Geographic, like the name suggests, is about location and climate. So when there are certain regional snacks or certain cold creams for North India, so you're creating things which are relevant only at a certain location and climate. That is geographic. That is, you're dividing a segment or you're dividing your market on the basis of location, and then creating products and promoting them in that particular area is geographic market segmentation. Psychographic. Psychographic is when you divide your customers based on lifestyle and belief. So, one very good example will be vegan things. Like a lot of people are now switching to vegan. That is again a psychographic segmentation. That is a lifestyle. So maybe you come up with a product catering to those vegan people. So you and then you market them amongst those vegan people. That is market segmentation in terms of psychographic. Or you have adventure travel brands. That is, only few people will be interested in all of these adventure travel, but you're catering to those people, their lifestyle changes. That is what psychographic is about. Behavioral. So your habits, your loyalty and usage, all of this is part of behavioral. Example will be Netflix recommending based on watch history. So it is behavior. That is, whatever your watch history is, Netflix will recommend you on the basis of that. And that is how market segmentation divides you on the basis of demographic, geographic, psychographic, and behavioral. Yeah. So the market segmentation moves from broad to individual, geographic and demographic being broad. That is, geographic targets customers in specific locations, but location is a very broad category. Similarly, demographic, it focuses on wide, easily defined group like age or gender or income. All of these are very wide categories. So they are more towards the broad section. Whereas when we talk about behavioral or psychographic, behavioral tailors to individual actions and habits. Similarly, psychographic, it's your individual lifestyle choices and your beliefs. Therefore, behavioral and psychographic are more individual market segmentation, and geographic and demographic are more broad market segmentation. However, each of them are important to understand your customers and cater to their particular needs. Okay, now that we have learned so much about marketing, I want you to put up to scan this QR and tell me about any marketing marvel that you have encountered in your day to day life. Maybe I would love to hear about guerrilla marketing examples that you have come up in your day to day life with. Also, I'll put the attendance form in the chat box and I want you to fill the attendance form. It will be open for about 5 to 7 minutes. So please spare your time to fill the attendance form and share your thoughts on this mentee. I'll put the mentee link in the chat box. Please wait a minute and then you can use that to put up your strategies. Okay, someone asked how is psychographic market segmentation different from behavioral market segmentation? As both of them cater to more on the individual side, they may sound similar, but psychographic is more broad as compared to behavioral. So behavioral majorly focuses on loyalty, like how you have reacted to that particular brand before, as in like the example I mentioned, for example Netflix. So I am using Netflix in a different way, you are using Netflix in a different way, and like there is one particular genre that people like me watch and there's one particular genre that people like you watch. So both of us are segmented into different genre watching categories. That is how we have already reacted to that, or have you already engaged that platform before. That is behavioral, whereas psychographic is like more broad. It's you have not engaged with that particular brand. It is mostly on lifestyle choices, like you know that people out there love adventures. You know that there's a certain community in the public who wants vegan food, and then you're catering your product to that. It's not that they have already engaged with your brand and maybe they want something else or some other update. That is majorly behavioral. Psychographic is when you create your brand, or you cater you know uh, create your marketing strategies in such a way so that it focuses on a certain particular community in that market which you already know exists. That is psychographic. Yeah. So in the mentee, people mentioned Zomato. I have a slide next covering Zomato, but all of these notifications that you have every day from Zomato, uh, they will not let you forget that Zomato exists if you have downloaded the app on your phone. They will have very quirky posts and very quirky billboards. So wherever you go, you will interact with those, and you will always keep in mind that Zomato exists. Like their brand is always there with you. So that is one very good example of marketing. We look into Zomato in detail next. Yeah, Duolingo. Duolingo also. Like if you go through Instagram and you go, you scroll reels, you'll come up through a lot of Duolingo reels. The Duolingo bird that you see, they'll all of the like famous trends that you have, Duolingo will make sure to hop on it at the correct time. And they also create their own creative reels related to the brand itself. So that's a very good marketing strategy that they put into use. I see a lot of people putting like different guerrilla marketing examples as well. Influencer marketing, yeah, influencer marketing, like I mentioned, is very important nowadays because uh, the influencer that I follow, I trust in what they say or I trust in what they do. So whether when they say that this product is very nice and I tried it, do check it out, I will make sure that I go and check that out. So that creates like a sort of trust. Also do fill the attendance form, guys. Yeah, someone mentioned Ashish Chanchalani Marvel. Right. I mean, Marvel, when they were launching their latest movies, I think during Endgame, they called a lot of Indian influencers to their events. And all of those influencers went, they recorded that, and they put up in their YouTube videos. It was all over Instagram. And it definitely led to a lot of Indian audience. Already, there's a lot of Indian audience that caters to Marvel. But through that, they led to more Indian audience getting attracted to their movies. And it was a very huge success. So again, that is an example. That's a very good example of influencer marketing. That is affiliate marketing. Any guerrilla marketing strategy that you see day to day or that you may have encountered with, I would love to know that if you can share on this Menti screen. Yeah, Boost is also a great example. Like cricket has already been like is already a very important part of Indian livelihoods, and a lot of people are interested and in cricket, and especially in cricketers. So when Boost they came up with these ads involving famous cricket personalities, it became very popular, not just in children but in like daily households also. So like parents were all also buying Boost after seeing those ads. It was a very good marketing example. Yeah, so that were very good examples of marketing strategies that you notice day to day. Now, I'll talk about some very common marketing examples that we come up. Spotify. Like, Spotify has a very good strategy of personalized marketing and content and social sharing. So, whoever uses Spotify, Spotify creates your personalized playlists. That is your daily mix or your Spotify Wrapped, which are year-end summaries of the popular songs that you listen to, and everyone loves it. That is, they share, like you share on social media that this was my Spotify Wrapped. This is the most popular artist that I listen to, or this is the most popular song. Everyone looks forward to Spotify Wrapped before it is even released, and that is one brilliant marketing strategy that they have used. So every December, people share their Spotify Wrapped stats, showing their favorite songs, making other curious and eager to use Spotify too. Like even before Spotify Wrapped has come up, even like before a week and or two, you see reels or you see people post up that waiting for Spotify Wrapped. That's the impact that they have created through this personalized marketing, and it has helped Spotify in a great way. Next up is Zomato. Like you people mentioned in the chat, that Zomato is a very good example. Yes. Zomato focuses on localized marketing, it focuses on word of mouth marketing, as well as a very good social media humor. So, Zomato uses funny and relatable social media posts, witty ads to connect with users. They also focus on city specific campaigns and partner with local restaurants, which has helped them a lot. Their Twitter handles, or even on their Instagram posts, or the normal notifications that you see, they post very humorous text about food cravings or delivery woes. So any trend that you see or which has just come up, they'll somehow relate it to food or to delivery, and you will see that Zomato notification come up, and you'll discuss about this with your friends because of how hilarious it is, which gets, and therefore it gets shared widely and it keeps Zomato trending. Amul. So while Adish was talking about branding, I heard a lot of people talk about Amul and Nike. It has a very good branding strategy, but at the same time, it is successful because it reached people through its marketing strategy as well. So Amul has this topical advertising, that is, it focuses on certain important topics. Amul's famous mascot, as you can see in this image, and its clever ads. They comment on current events or pop culture, maybe, making people notice and talk about the brand regularly. Amul has been relevant for a long time, and that is all because they have, they keep on they keep on covering events in their style, and even in newspapers every day you see a new Amul ad based on either your sports or any other trending topic, and that's how they are still relevant till now. When a big cricket match happens, you will see Amul's billboard, or maybe any event, you will see Amul put up a pun on that, making people smile and remember Amul butter. Again, Nike has this storytelling. It has very emotional branding, inspirational storytelling, and a very good influencer marketing as well. Nike creates powerful ads that inspires people to push their limits. Their Just Do It campaign is phenomenal, and it works very well with people every day. They use famous athletes and real stories to connect emotionally. Their commercials during big sports events often tell stories of struggle and victory, motivating viewers beyond just selling shoes. So it creates a sort of athleticism and also a sort of emotional connect to the athletes out there, and therefore you end up buying their shoes because their storytelling, their image of the brand that they portray is so strong, and that they have devised such a nice marketing strategy that they're able to spread their Just Do It campaign, and they're able to reach as many people as possible. Yeah, so these were the various marketing examples that we went through, and even Adish helped you understand branding. So thank you a lot all for joining today's session on branding and marketing. I hope the concepts and examples that we discussed have given you a clear understanding of how powerful branding and marketing strategies can help shape a brand and connect with customers. And later on, whenever in future you need, so you look up to these branding and marketing strategies that we discussed. Always remember, great branding and marketing strategy isn't just about logos or slogans. It's about creating meaningful experiences that stay with people for a long time. That was it for today. If you have any doubts, please feel free to reach us out in the comment box or maybe through the WhatsApp group that we have. And yeah, thank you so much for attending.